Welcome back, trainers, and it's finally happening. We are able to battle the Team Rocket leaders, not just in select cities, but everywhere. They did release this video, which did have a countdown. I was actually waiting, had an alarm set, woke up, watched it, and it was pretty neat. So they just go through the various different leaders here, kind of a little different profile on each one of them, kind of hinting towards specific things. It kind of was scratching out the leader for Valor there, for Arlo, as you know, he wanted his revenge. He should have been the leader. And take a look at Sierra punching the air. Look at those fists. Can we just take a moment to see those open fist punches? Hilarious. All right, so they go through that, and then they Giovanni looks absolutely hideously scary. All right, so they show the legendary birds shadow form. We knew this was going to be introduced. I'm going to be showing you how to go up against them and breaking down this whole deal here. Okay, so if you're having some trouble going up against these leaders, I'm going to kind of walk you through how you could possibly defeat them. So Giovanni is here. There is going to be a wall in which we're not going to be able to speed through this currently right now, because you're going to have to spin 5 Pokestops in individual days, unfortunately. So, but just take a look at it. I'm pretty sure these were released by Niantic, because nobody's actually able to battle Giovanni quite yet already. But take a look at this. You will be able to have the possibility of catching yourself a shadow legendary Pokemon. Yes, this is real, as well as those shadow shinies that we've been over. Moving on to the task, we have Looming in the Shadows, 1 of 6, spin 10 Pokestops. Then defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts and catch 1 Shadow Pokemon. Simple enough. Then moving on to 2 of 6, we have spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row. Unfortunately, that is going to yield the progress quite significantly, so you're going to have to simply wait 5 days and spin a stop once a day, and then you will be able to complete that. Purify 15 Pokemon. Simple enough. And then win 5 raids. So if you do not want to actually spend money in this game and you just want to go along with the progress nice and slow, win 5 raids as well as 5 Pokestops in a row, you will be able to get that free pass each day. So there is that. And then moving on to some more information here regarding the close for Giovanni. Just like we predicted, it is going to be behind how many times you do defeat Giovanni. As you can see, the progress here for the various different pieces of items. And this is amazing because, well, yes, we do have this special research, and you're thinking to yourself, well, are we only going to be able to defeat Giovanni once? Well, obviously not, if we have to do it 20 times to eventually get that clothing item there. And then moving on to the rest of the quests, they're kind of a bit sprawled out and not in order, but if we do take a look here, we can see the only one that is going to hold you back from progressing fast is going to be that spin 5 Pokestops for every individual day, unfortunately. Yep. And then moving on here, we do have to defeat a Team Go Rocket leader, Sierra, and then win a certain amount of raids, as we've seen in the other one. That is going to be 5. Then purify 15 Pokemon, defeat a certain amount of grunts, as we've seen in the first task, and then some more defeat grunts, find a Team Go Rocket boss, defeat a Team Go Rocket boss, defeat a Team Go Rocket leader, Cliff, and then catch a certain amount of shadow Pokemon, as we've seen already. Catch a legendary shadow Pokemon is going to actually be there as well, and then battle a Team Go Rocket boss, and then finally defeat a Team Go Rocket leader, Arlo. Like I just said, those are going to be not in any specific order, but those are what are going to be coming down the line. Now, going over Cliff's lineup for his Pokemon, I do believe he's going to be the easiest one. It's going to be starting off with Meowth, and then potentially for his second Pokemon, Snorlax, Sandshrew, or Flygon, followed up by Tyranitar, Infernape, and Torterra. So if you are having trouble going up against these Pokemon, well, at least these leaders, what you can do is go in there, see what lineup they do have, get as far in as you possibly can, and then pick the correct counters to go up against them. So it really depends. You can go with Mamoswine for your second Pokemon, Machamp to knock out that Meowth, and then finally for the last one, it really depends on what they have. All right, and then moving on to Sierra here, she is going to start off with the Sneasel, and then for her second Pokemon, potentially Hypno, Lapras, or Sableye, followed up by Alakazam, Houndour, and Gardevoir. So, yes, this is going to be a bit difficult. I've heard people saying that they cannot get past the Sneasel. If they do, they get to the Hypno, and it absolutely destroys them. Started off with Moltres, and then possibly go in there with, I don't know, Darkrai if you have one of those, or Tyranitar, to go up against that Hypno or even a Tyranitar with Smackdown to do super effective to the Lapras, neutral to the Hypno, and then hit it with Crunch for super effective. And then the Sableye, you will be resisting those Ghost and Dark moves. Later tonight, I will be bringing you a full battle of going up against each individual one here. Then taking a look at Arlo, starting it off with Scyther. Second is going to be Magnezone, Crobat, or Gyarados. And then third is going to be Scyther, Dragonite, or Charizard. Personally, for me, I had Scyther, Magnezone, and Scizor. So I didn't know this at first, so I kind of had to just test the waters. And then you're going to see exactly what happened here. We're going to look at my progress. So if you're still a little confused, yes, you have to collect the mysterious components from the regular grunts. After you do defeat them, is it going to be a chance of possibly getting the component? No. I'm pretty sure at this point, every single time you defeat a grunt, you will get one. Unless you already have 6, in which you're going to simply have to use the radar once you put them together and then find the actual bosses that you will be able to fight. Arlo, Cliff, or Sierra, right? So there I go, collecting my first one. Very nice. This did take, a good amount of time. It felt like there weren't as many grunts like they usually would. So I had to kind of drive around town and just find a whole bunch frantically, and then I eventually was able to get this and go up to that boss. So that's what I do. I fast catch the shadow Pokemon. I don't waste any time. So that one is in fact going to be my first one there. And it's simple enough. You just battle the grunts, right? We've been through this before. And hopefully you're able to defeat those grunts fairly simple. Otherwise, this could take quite a bit of time. All right, so moving on to the next one. I do collect that. And then we collect the next one here. We're up to 5. So let me know down below if you have been able to find one of those shadow shiny Pokemon. Wow, couldn't you imagine going into that catch screen to see that? That would be something else. I want the Sneasel for sure. So this is going to be the last grunt that I go up against. Is just fast catch this Golbat, get it out of the way. And then once you've completed all of these, collected all of the components, it is going to prompt you to combine them, in which this is what it looks like here, as we've seen possibly before in another video. All right, so there you have it. And then later on, you will be able to get a component that is going to enable you to find Giovanni, in which there are going to be kind of, I don't know, there's sort of like decoys, and you will go out there and hunt Giovanni, and then just to get to it to find some sort of random grunt. Don't worry, you're not going to have to do it all over again. In searching, yes, but simply go out there and continue to find Giovanni. So I did combine these, looked in the area, and there we go. On the actual map itself, it doesn't look like a Team Rocket stop that has been infected. It is simply a regular stop, and you're just going to have to go up to it. Unfortunately, I was not able to actually get the shot of Arlo standing outside of it, because I did pull up to it a little bit quick and then just hopped right into it without even waiting for him to like pop outside of it. But it doesn't really matter. You don't need to worry about any of that. So we're going to just move along here. The map can be zoomed in on. And if you wanted to do that, I mean, it looks pretty neat. This is really awesome, guys. They are stepping up their game here, and we finally have more depth to the game. Now, if you're not too satisfied with this and you're thinking, or you're saying that they are a little bit too difficult, the actual leaders themselves, I think that's the way it should be, guys. I think that's the way it should be. Why shouldn't they be difficult? They should be as hard as they possibly can. All right, so pulling up to the stop here, as you can see, it's just normal. Nothing's happening. I was like, okay. And then this happened. So here we go. Let's take a look and see what happened. I failed twice because I wanted to use Chandelure. I was like, ooh, let's use Chandelure. The thing drops like a rock. Oh my goodness. But obviously, eventually get it on our third time, right? So first time going in here, completely blind to actually what is going to be happening. I knew what Pokemon he would have to some degree, but you never know what it is going to be, because, well, for the second and third Pokemon, it could be completely random, which could throw your lineup completely off, right? So I did pick Tyranitar, Dialga, and then Rhyperior. So let's hop into this and see what I can do here. All right, so let's start it off. Leader Arlo. So take a look at the CP on the site there once he does throw this out. Absolutely insane here. So my Tyranitar does have Smackdown, but that Fury Cutter is going to be eating away at me. The CP on the site there is 14,000. And before I'm able to get to a charge move, he's able to get to his. And keep this in mind, going up against these guys, when you use your charge moves at first, don't go for your strongest heavy hitting one, because what's going to happen is they're going to use 2 shields in a row. It's not at random. It's every time you use a charge twice, they're going to block it. So just go for the weaker attacks first. So in comes the Magnezone. Oh boy, here we go. So obviously don't go for the Earthquake, go for the Surf, so I can wear those shields down at first, because, well, we want to get through, and the best way to do that is using the weakest charge move that takes the least amount of energy, because you're not going to be wasting your time and be stuck vulnerable out there. So this is going to remove his second shield, and now we're good to go. Rhyperior resisting the electric moves quite a bit. We're looking fantastic, even though that Magnezone CP is sitting at 16,000. Pretty insane. All right, so we are going to shield this up, because even a Zap Cannon, yes, it's going to be resisted, will take me out with a CP of 16,000. Absolutely insane. So we're just trying to get to this Earthquake here. Can we do it? We get to it, finally. So this is actually going to take the Magnezone out here, right? So I'm enjoying this. I can't wait to go out there and do some more. I was frantically trying to pull this video together for you guys, give you some instructions on how to go about this. So we are going to switch, or tried to switch into Tyranitar to freeze it for a second and possibly get off the Stone Edge here, but unfortunately it took us out and we're not able to get to the Stone Edge. So can Dialga do it? Let's see. Unfortunately, Dragon moves, not too good. I was hoping it might be Dragonite at the end, so I would just be taking neutral damage and it would have Steel Wing and I'd be resisting that. But even resisted moves on the Dialga, look how fast it's going down. The CP on the site there's going to be 16,000. Or was that 15? I think it was 16. So unfortunately, we're not able to get to the Draco Meteor, and he's going to be taking us out there. So down we go, and the CP is 15,000. All right. So let's try this again. Let's pull a team together now that we know what it is. And this is where I messed up again. I did go in there with Chandelure. I was like, hey, this is going to be fun. Let's try this out. Tyranitar, Machamp, and then Chandelure. So Chandelure will be able to handle the Magnezone. And like we've been over in the past, practice those switches, freezing the opponent. All right, it's going to help you out because their damage is so massive. Any sort of time of which they stop is going to be helping you, even if it's 2 seconds. That's going to help you get to your charge move. So this time around, we do have a bit of better luck for some reason. Maybe they held off on their charge moves, but I was able to get to the Stone Edge, although it doesn't really matter. I mean, at least I'm going to be burning a shield, I suppose, at this point. Now, after this, I can switch as fast as I possibly can to slow the opponent down and finish it off with quick moves, but the Tyranitar just faints. Scyther didn't even have to do anything to me. So in comes the Chandelure. I'm like, all right, I got this. Magnezone. Chandelure is not the classiest or the tankiest thing around, but I do switch into Machamp to freeze it for a second. I was like, all right, we got another shield to burn here. Let's go ahead and do that really quick with the Dynamic Punch, because I thought I might be able to do it with the Chandelure, but nah, no bueno, not happening. So we do burn that last shield. Can we get to another Dynamic Punch? And we get there, but unfortunately we're not able to get it off. So Chandelure is going to have to take a few quick moves on that Magnezone, as well as a charge move coming in. So we're going to have to use our shield here. So there is no more shields. Can we possibly charge up to the charge move to take out that Scizor? We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, I don't know why I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept going with the quick moves. That's where my mistake was. See, don't be afraid to hold that energy. So look at that. That was one more Fire Spin, and I would have taken him out. Then I'm pretty sure the Overheat would have just wiped out that Scizor, one and done here. But unfortunately, I wasted that energy. So, you know, take notes of this, of my mistakes, so you do not do these yourself here. And I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be fun to do a 1500 CP challenge? But then after battling them, I was thinking, that's not going to happen. There's no way you're going to be able to take these out with 1500 CP Pokemon. If somebody does it out there, let me know. Let me know, link it, and I will take a look, because that's quite amazing. All right. Third time's a charm. Not messing up this time. Let's go. Rhyperior started off let's hit it up. So Rhyperior is going to be okay to go up against the Caesar because it does have Surf, in which you're going to be able to burn those shields. All right, instead of a single charge move and trying to get all the way up there, because they are going to use 2 shields, unfortunately. Well, that's not unfortunate, actually. That's really good. So we're going to get to that Surf, burn a shield here. You don't even need to hit it. You can let it go through because it doesn't matter, because they're going to shield 2 times in a row. Let's see. The Rhyperior is still doing good. We're still in the green. Fantastic. And now I think I don't know. You probably want Smackdown. Yes, it's not super effective to the Magna Zone at this point, but we're going to hit that Surf, burn the next shield. But then we'll be able to get to Earthquake and do super effective damage. So Rhyperior going up against Arlo has been working for me, but it really depends, because if it did have Gyarados in that secondary spot, good night, sleep tight. All right, because if it did have Waterfall, your Rhyperior is going to fall very fast. So it really depends upon what they have. Go in there, see what they have, and then kind of just, you know, pick the Pokemon accordingly. Remember to switch so you can freeze them up. Charge moves also freeze them up as well. And go for those smaller charge moves at first so you can burn their shields, right? So that's obviously going to take it down. So we're looking great. We're looking fantastic. Rhyperior is able to get through both of them. We do have a Garchomp in the back. We're going to go ahead and... I don't know what's going on here. I switched to Garchomp, but then it switched back to Moltres, but you can't double switch like that. That was a bit of a glitch, so I guess it worked to my advantage, but I was intentionally trying to go for Moltres at first. So we have no more shields, but X-Scissor... You know, Moltres is going to be flying as well as fire, resisting that quite a bit. And then we get to Sky Attack. I'm like, nope, we're not going to play any games here. We're just going to go Sky Attack, hit an excellent on this, and call it good. And like I said earlier, I am going to be going out there and finding all of these leaders, going up against them multiple times, and using different strategies and bringing you a video on that. More in-depth on Pokemon you should be picking. All right, so there we go. We defeat him. So make sure you like this video, share it with your friends if you did enjoy it, and I will be keeping you posted on everything there is Pokemon Go. Can't wait to get out there and do some more battles. I would have loved to continue to go on, but I needed to come home and make this. So there we go. Done. Now, is it going to be shiny? Oh my goodness, it's not shiny. That's okay. It probably would have been on the thumbnail or something if I did get that. That would have been absolutely amazing. So simple enough. There's nothing too special about their Pokemon specifically, other than they can maybe be shiny. The IV spreads are going to be random like usual. It's not going to be like some sort of flat IVs. Let's go ahead and take a look at mine here. All right, so almost a PvP one. Okay, looking good. So thank you for watching, trainers. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and we will see what we have later on regarding the other leaders, because I can't wait to go up against them using specific Pokemon and challenging myself. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time.